Oh, what is the upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GXGamerCast. We're on episode 133 of my gaming show, where once a week I just has to talk about video games, whether they're new video games that I'm playing today, old video games that I grew up with, it doesn't matter. Video games. And today, we are talking big play times in video games, man. We're talking days gone on video games. We're talking about the games that I've spent the longest amount of hours playing in these latest generations. I was not able to track down numbers from like the 360 PS2 era backwards, sadly, but I do have access to the numbers in the PS4, PS5 modern era. And honestly, that's where, I was my hardcorest of gamer. It sucks I can't get all the numbers from the 360 days, because there's definitely like the Call of Duties. The one I want the most is my Rock Band 2, Rock Band 3 numbers, because I know those are by far going to be my highest played games. Sadly, I don't have those numbers, but we got a lot of numbers to talk about. If you like numbers as much as me and statistics and all that stuff, oh baby, I got you covered today. And I'm also going to be throwing my friends under the bus and talking about some of the games that they played an outrageous amount of time. Basically just my homie Kyle. We're going to be talking about Kyle and all that stuff. So Kyle, get ready if you're listening. We're going to be talking about you, my dog. But before we get into the conversation of how many hours we have put into video games, let's talk about what I've been up to over the last week or so. As I always encourage you, the viewer, the listener, let me know what you're up to. Let me know what movies you're watching. Did you see anything good lately? Diving into any TV shows? And of course, what games are you playing right now? Dog, what games are you just hundreds of hours into? What's the latest games you are diving into right now? And let's talk about what I've been up to. We got a movie. It's Sonic the Hedgehog 2, baby. Oh, yeah. So Sonic 3 just dropped on Paramount. I'm like, oh, snap. Did not see that coming. So I heard great things about Sonic 3. So I want to watch that, but I'm still catching up. Watched Sonic 1 earlier this year. Thought it was really good. And now I'm on to the second one. And really good again, man. Oh, man. So like I said with the first Sonic movie, if it didn't have Jim Carrey in it, it would just be like a very just a movie. It would just be like, it's fine. But if it didn't have Jim Carrey, man, thank goodness Jim Carrey is in this. He's in his full element, man. He is outstanding. Love Jim Carrey as Eggman in these movies. And this one was pretty good. We're bringing in Tails. We got Tails now. And of course, you get a little bit of Knuckles, my boy Idris Elba. And yeah, man, it was a good movie. I had a good time. The Jim Carrey stuff was great. I love the fact that he's putting Sonic's fucking, whatever the hell, this little prickly thing in his mouth all the time. Fucking hilarious. But if you haven't watched the Sonic movies yet, they're actually really good. Really good movies. Good Friday night popcorn. Watch it with your friends, family. Watch it alone. Doesn't matter. But had a really good time with Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Can't wait to get into Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And 7.5 out of 10 for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. In terms of TV shows, finished off the Challenge 40 finally with my wife, and the ending was the winner was the winner, and I'm like, oh yeah, someone that's won a zillion times already. A little bit disappointed. There was a dark horse I was kind of cheering for, and he almost won, man. Not really, but he did a lot better in the final challenge than I thought he would, so shout out to Derek, he did really good. And yeah, man, a great season of the challenge. That was a big one. The battle of the eras. You got 4 different generations of challengers, the best of their generations, and they battle it out, man. You had people from era 1 still in there at the end, going strong, showing yeah, man, I still got it. And of course, the new era, man. Fucking Tori, man. Tori, you're outstanding. And Bananas, the rivalry, Bananas got pushed in this season, and he was just gloves off, I'm gonna fucking make your lives a living hell. And that was a lot of fun right there. So a great season of the challenge, 8 out of 10. My wife and I we swung into, if you will, full swing. Season 3 has begun, and yep, good again. It's I will say there's way too many of these shows. They have Drive to Survive is coming out in a couple weeks, so they're even overlapping each other on releases, but This one's golf, and it's pretty good, man. Like, I like Rory McIlroy. He's a fun character, and they were really locked in on, was it Bryson DeChambeau or whatever, the American guy that's just jacked, and he's just crushing balls. Like, I'm not really a golf guy, but like, I don't know, 400 yards, is that a lot? That sounds like a lot, but that guy just, his transformation from like one of the most hated guys in golf to now the most one of the most popular guys in golf, period, like of all time. So really cool to see that guy doing that. I always like to see, athletes sometimes are a little bit fucking boring. They're a little bit dry. They're just like, yeah, I woke up and I ate eggs and then I practiced all day and I went to bed and I'll do it again tomorrow, damn it. But it's nice to see this guy. He's like a YouTube guy. Like, he loves doing stuff for YouTube. He's doing all these weird challenges, fucking hitting golf balls with shovels. And I'm like, all right, dude, cool. I'm down for that. So pretty solid. We're like 3 episodes in or whatever. It's good. It's good. Well, actually, now that the whole Rory McIlroy, like, he's getting divorced and shit, and now he's not getting divorced. It's like, all right, man, whatever. Like, interesting stuff. I always like to see the behind the scenes of the athletes and the stuff you don't normally get to see when you just watch the sports. I like to see the behind the closed doors and the conversations and stuff like that. So you're getting that in golf. I don't know if it's like the most in-depth thing. Like, I've seen more in-depth shows, but yeah, I like it. Full swing. So far, so good. And also still watching Invincible Season 3. Goddamn. So I'm not fully up to date, but I think I'm on episode 5 now. And yeah, dude, it's awesome. Freaking Invincible. Really enjoying that show. If you're watching it, let me know how you're enjoying it. And if you haven't checked out Invincible yet, dog, come on. That shit is good, man. I really want them to make an Invincible video game. That would be tight. That'd be really cool. And yeah, that's all I have been watching. Let's talk video games. Still crushing Avowed, working my way to the end of that game. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll have the review out for it next week. It's tracking. It should be pretty good. I should be able to get it done by then. We can go in depth with Avowed next week. But yeah, just really liking it. I'm in the 3rd area of the game now, and we're just cleaning up some side missions. Just adventuring, dog. Just adventuring. I'm having a great time. It's not changing. It's not like the most innovative fucking RPG I've ever played. It's just a really well done Western RPG, Fallout, Skyrim style. If you're craving that kind of game, like, Avowed is definitely worthy of your time, I would say. So I'm having a great time with Avowed. I'm telling everybody at work, like, because I'm kind of the guinea pig with it. I'm like, yeah, I'll dive into Avowed, and everyone's like, is it good? Is it good? I'm like, I'm liking it. Like, I like Avowed. I'm playing it, and eventually we'll do a review on that. And I'm still playing through Advanced Wars. I got through the first campaign, and now I'm going back, because throughout the campaign, they have like a bunch of branching paths. It's like, oh, choose one of 3 missions, and now I'm going back and cleaning up the extra missions that I didn't get to do, and it's starting to look like I might, like, clean up this game right here. Do all the whatever side missions they got going on. I'm going to try and collect as much stuff as I can, and then probably move on to the next Advanced Wars. I'm having a great time with it. Definitely scratching that, strategy itch that I've been having. It's definitely not like, I will agree, it's not like the hardest one. There were some missions that were a little bit tricky. I loved the final mission. You get to choose like 3 characters, and every character kind of has like a different ability. So you get to choose 3 of them, and you're commanding 3 different freaking armies at the same time, going on the big final battle, and you're all going after the guy at the same time. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that one. Getting a taste of the different commanders to use that you don't get to use throughout the campaign. But yeah, dude, that final mission was a lot of fun. Can't wait to get into Advanced Wars 2, but I am not done with Advanced Wars 1 yet. There's a lot more meat on that bone, and I'll be probably cleaning that bone pretty clean, I would say. So there we go. That's everything that I've been playing as of late. Let me know what y'all have been diving into, and let's talk some embarrassing numbers, y'all. Let's talk about games that I have put the most of my life into so far. Oh my goodness. I'm getting like PTSD, like flashbacks with the music that I'm putting in here. The opening with the Animal Crossing, I couldn't tell you how many fucking times I have heard that opening. Like, I played Animal Crossings every single day for about a year and a half. And I guess we'll just kick it off with Animal Crossing. And this is a game that really took me over during the COVID times, the dark, dark days of COVID. And I've never played an Animal Crossing game before. I had the decision to make. Do I go down the dark route of Doom Eternal, or do I go for the sunshiny, breezy, beachy, calm vibes of Animal Crossing? And I made the very easy decision of Animal Crossing. And holy shit, that was a good choice. That was a good choice. 650 plus hours spent in Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I felt like I was going to tap out around like the 450 hour mark, and then I discovered flowers. And you can breed flowers into different colors, and you can mix them together and make even cooler colors, and I'm like, holy fucking shit. And that literally added about another 100 plus hours of gameplay, because I had this ginormous garden up in my island, and I wanted, a good patch of every single color. And some of those colors were really hard to get. I think it was like green or purple or something like that. Those were ridiculous. But aside from the flowers, Animal Crossing is like an ecosystem, man, that you want to come back to and check on your islanders all the time. Check on your island all the time. Even though I was at the point of, I have nothing left to do. I have developed my island to as best as I think I can. I've paid off all my debts. My house is fully upgraded, and I can't shove any more fucking shit inside my house anymore. I can barely buy anything. Like, there's really not many new items I can find anymore. I've done every freaking event, every Halloween, Christmas, New Year's. I've done them all almost twice. And that was kind of the downfall of New Horizons for me. Once I got through that first calendar year and we started going, revisit, we get the Halloween again, and it's the exact same thing. It's the same items. It's all the same. And I'm like, oh, that's a shame. Like, it was a lot of fun. Like, I would decorate the island for Christmas and Halloween and, put shit out all over the place. But yeah, it all started to get samey, and sadly, that DLC just came too late. I was already gone by the time that DLC hit. My wife, I'll shout her out, she had about 350, might have hit 450 hours on Animal Crossing. My wife got very into it as well. And I remember she was still playing it when the DLC dropped. She got into the game a little bit later, and she was playing it, and I was watching it. I was like, that looks really cool. I would have loved this when I was fully engrossed into the ecosystem, but sadly, they just didn't keep me, they just didn't give us the new content in time to keep me around for that extra cycle. But I am dying for a new Animal Crossing. I cannot wait to get onto a new island and just meet all my new islanders. But what a special time Animal Crossing was. I discussed it on Games That Hit the Feels, how it was just delightful to wake up every day and go visit the island, walk around, talk to the islanders, all my favorite peeps, check out the store for new items, and so on and so forth. It was just like a part of my life there for about a year and a half. Animal Crossing, like, I have to check on my people every day, and even though like by the last few months there, I would only pop in for like 25-30 minutes, do the little cycle, go through the island, do my things, and then I'm gone. There's really, I had nothing left to do with the island, nothing more I could do outside of just redesigning the whole entire thing, but didn't want to do that. So Animal Crossing, I spent a ridiculous amount of time. It is by far my most played game on Nintendo Switch. I don't have any legitimate numbers for my Wii or anything like that. I never played anything crazy on the Wii. I put in my time on Mario Kart and Smash Bros. Brawl, but nowhere near the 650 plus hours that I put into Animal Crossing New Horizons. And holy crap, please give us a new Animal Crossing soon. That would be sick. So that's all I got for Nintendo stuff right now. Let's go to Xbox. And Xbox, there's a couple of franchises here that definitely take up a lot of my time. Let's talk NHL. So I was a huge NHL guy from NHL 09 to even currently, like the homie Kyle, he still buys the latest NHL. I saw him recently playing NHL 25. I'm like, shit, did we get that? Like, we share a library, so I'm like, fuck, I don't remember. Regardless, I've had every NHL from 09 to 25, and I can't even like like, these numbers are pretty high. I can only imagine how high my numbers were for like NHL 09, the first one that I hadn't played an NHL game since 03 at that point, and the skill stick, all that stuff was brand new to me, so I was just like blown away. The Be a Pro mode, all that stuff. So I would argue that NHL 09 is the one that I probably played the most overall, but I got some pretty wild numbers here for NHL on Xbox. So NHL 19, I put in 19 days of gameplay. So yeah, that is a lot of days, like legit full gameplay, like 19 days. I spent damn near a month of my life playing NHL 19. And was it that good of a game? No. Like, they're all pretty, like, mediocre, just kind of solid-ish, like, good enough, like, barely passable as, like, an upgrade over last year, but it's NHL GM mode. That's where I live, man. That's where all my hours are going to. I don't play HUT. And, you know, there's definitely some years where I did get into EA SHL. I definitely got into that. I played a lot of EA SHL, whether with the homies, Kyle, Jesse, Billy, all them, or I would play just jump-ins, man. I did a lot of jump-ins, which is, like, really difficult. I probably wasn't winning a lot, and honestly, the ecosystem for NHL is just trash now for me. I can't do it anymore. Like, the latest ones that I was playing online, you know, the community is pretty barren. Like, there was never a lot of people playing. I would struggle to find full matchups, and it's really frustrating where, you know, you get into the lobby, people are picking their positions, and quickly, you know, left, right wing taken up immediately, and then people get stuck with rather playing center, defense, or goaltender, and people are, you know, leaving, and the whole game crashes, and it's just really annoying. And I would sit there and be like, yo, I just sat here for an hour, I've played one fucking full game, and I've had 7, you know, miss errors where the game ends because, like, oh, this guy quit, or this guy rage quits, the game's over, blah. And I'm just not down for that. It's a waste of my time. But at least in GM mode, it's all me. You know, I could still play GM mode every single day. It is the thing that I had to pull myself away from. I'm like, okay, we got to stop playing GM mode. It's the same thing over and over again, but I can't get enough of it. I just love building up teams, different franchises. I will build new franchises. I will take, you know, whatever's the most struggling team during that year, I will take that team and rebuild them from the ground up and make them win a bunch of championships. I will start every new NHL game. My first GM mode's always the Toronto Maple Leafs. Get them a Stanley Cup, because I may never see it happen in my life, so I do it in the video game all the time. I will recall the Vancouver Canucks for me were as a cursed franchise, like, just period, in video games, in real life, just period. And that was the only team I remember I could not for the life of me win a Stanley Cup with. That Vancouver Canucks. They're fucking cursed, man, I swear. I tried so hard. I had the most beastly teams, and they just consistently would suck. But the NHL games have just been, for a very long time now, just basically a DLC update. Like, here's a roster update. Here's, like, the smallest little tweaks that will be, you know, unnoticeable within 30 minutes of gameplay, and there you go, $90, please. And fuck that shit. So I don't buy any of the new NHL games, like, brand new. If I do, me and the homie Kyle will split it, you know, 40-40. We'll buy them. But we haven't even done that in a long time. We'll wait for a sale. We'll wait for it to come out on Game Pass or something like that, because they're just not worth it anymore. But I can't deny that I played so freaking much NHL. Let's get some more numbers. Excuse me. So NHL 19, I had 19 days. The homie Kyle had 14. So I actually beat Kyle in something for once. So that's cool. NHL 20, and you're just gonna see my play time go down from there. NHL 20, I got 6 days. So a drastic. You know, I went from 19 days all the way down to only 6 days of gameplay in NHL 20. So 19, that might have been like a good year where I was playing a lot of EA SHL, playing a lot of GM mode, Maybe I got into a Be a Pro. Like, the Be a Pros have been not very good for a very long time. It's pretty much the exact same thing. And yeah, it's really boring really fast. But regardless, NHL 20, 6 days. Kyle liked that one a lot. He put in 30 days of gameplay on NHL 20. Very nice. And I just loved playing, like, again, to GM mode. I would play GM mode and watch people play GM mode on YouTube, 2BC, 2Gi, excuse me, like those guys. And I would just play GM mode, watch people play GM mode, and holy crap, man. Like, 2BC Productions, especially, I've been watching that guy since, like, NHL 10 or something. Like, oh my goodness, I've watched so much of Johnny and the fucking GM modes. NHL 21, another 6 days for me there, 11 hours, 6 days, 11 hours for me. I guess I didn't write down Kyle's hours, but my bad. So, yeah, man, I spend a lot of time playing NHL on Xbox, that's for sure. Let's talk about some games that are not NHL. Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, hey there, mister. I have put 7 days into Red Dead Redemption. Now, that might be some rookie numbers compared to some other people. I never really got into the online. I'll just say that right straight up. Never really got into the online. And I played through the campaign once, and then I tried to replay the campaign. I got about halfway through and then just kind of burnt out. It doesn't hit the same for me, the story and everything, the second time around. It just doesn't, and it got a little bit boring, but yeah, dude, I put in a lot of time in Red Dead Redemption 2, had an absolute blast, and I talk about how, like, everyone I knew at work was playing this game when it came out, and we're all talking like cowboys at work. Hey there, mister! Oh, hey there, mister! How you doing there, mister? And I still do it, but regardless, fucking Red Dead Redemption 2, man. Freaking loved it. I just never really got into the online. I would have definitely, I don't think a lot of my friends, like, outside of work, I don't think any of them were really playing it, so regardless, I definitely could have put in some more hours. I would like to see what Steve Dangle's hours in Red Dead Redemption 2 are, because ever since that game came out, I swear to God, that guy plays the game every single week. He's always talking about it, but 7 days, that's a good amount of time. Now, up next, I have a game that I think I can't for the life of me recall me playing this game this much. I played it a lot, but 11 days in 2 Points Hospital. I don't think that's correct. I mean, my wife was like, no, that sounds right. I'm like, shut up. That's not true. I did not play that much. Now, I love this game. Absolutely fucking loved it. I just saw it. It was like, oh, cool, a hospital management simulator. I'm like, all about that, bro. And this game just grabbed me. I played every single mission, got all 3 stars on every mission. I even bought the DLC, which I never, ever do that, but I bought the DLC, played through all the DLC, got all the stars, did everything I think you could do in 2 Points Hospital, and apparently that comes out to 11 days? Like, I don't know about that, man, because I looked at my numbers on 2 Points Campus, which I played damn near as much, and it was nowhere near 11 days, but according to my Xbox stats, I got 11 days in 2 Points Hospital. I might have, like, fallen asleep, left the fucking Xbox on overnight or something. I don't know, because for me, that doesn't track, but I love 2 Points Hospital and Campus. Fucking phenomenal games, and yeah, can't wait for their next outing. Up next, we have the game that got me through COVID while I had it. I caught COVID once, and while I was, sick for a week there, wasn't allowed to leave or do anything, I played the shit out of Planet Coaster. 100 plus hours in Planet Coaster, and I'm surprised I didn't have more. I just, from the moment I woke up, brew a coffee, until, like, fucking whenever, I just played this game all day long. I couldn't get enough of it, man. And what really drew out the extra hours in this game was building the roller coasters and trying to build those ultimate coasters. They're fucking hard, man. Really difficult to build those things. I'm sitting there, I'd sit there for an hour, tweaking a hill, tweaking this corner so that it's smoother, so that the people aren't fucking throwing up and shit like that. I remember digging out the ground. I went like hundreds of feet into the earth to build this ginormous drop that would, hit whatever statistic they wanted me to hit. I'm just just going down into the Earth's crust. I'm just like, I gotta build this hill, man. This is the craziest roller coaster. We're going fucking 4 miles down into the Earth, and then you're gonna hit like 17 loops. Woo, 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 woo. But holy shit, man. I would sit there and tweak these coasters, trying to build them perfectly. And yes, you can go online and like download people's coasters, which I did a handful of times when I just could not figure it out. But I loved just trying to figure out how to build these ultimate coasters in these whatever statistics they wanted. It's like, all right, we want, like, I don't remember what it was, but it was just awesome. And just, every level is just a barren wasteland, and you just get to build up these ridiculous theme parks. I love it, man. Absolutely love it. You're changing the prices on the soda pop and how much ice is getting put in the drinks and how much salt we're putting on fries and shit like that. I love it. I absolutely love it. And you can ride on the roller coasters and yeah, dude, it's just, I played a lot of, I think it's just called Theme Park Roller Coaster on PlayStation 2. And I haven't played like a theme park simulator type game since then. That was in like the early mid 2000s. So yeah, this scratched a very long time itch. I sadly have never really gotten to Roller Coaster Tycoon. Just kind of out of my element there. That kind of PC game seemed a little bit too in-depth, but I definitely would like to try. I always see Roller Coaster Tycoon on Switch going on sale. I'm like, fuck, that would be so sick to play this, like a Roller Coaster Tycoon handheld and stuff. If anyone's played them, let me know. Are they good ports, or are they fun to play on Switch? Because I would love to get into a little bit of that. But I played so freaking much Planet Coaster, man. Like, I remember vividly playing this game. I remember the fucking snow level, and I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna make a Christmas park, because I got sick during winter time, so I was just like really in my element playing Planet Coaster. Fucking delightful game, and Planet Coaster 2 is out, and I can't wait to get my hands on that one. I'll get there at some point, but I'm going to have to clear out a lot of time, or possibly wait until I get sick again, and then I'll really enjoy Planet Coaster 2. All right, let's get to, I would say, arguably my favorite franchise on Xbox, and that is Forza Horizon. Just love these games. From day one, I had Forza Horizon. I was like, whoa, this is game changing. This is damn near ruined racing games for me in general. Like, I really struggle to play a racing game that is just, I really struggle just to play the regular Forza games now, because it's just like, here's a circuit, here's 8 races, here's the type of car you're going to use, and go. And then here's another circuit, here's the type of car, go. And in Horizon, they're just like, fuck that. Here's a circuit, you can use this car and go. Oh, also, you can jump off this cliff, you can go do this fucking drifting challenge, you can do this type of race, off-road that, off-road this, drive around this massive open world in Australia, London, fucking wherever, somewhere awesome around the world. You're going around finding secret hidden cars, there's just so much more to do. You're changing cars on the fly. There's fucking thousands of cars to choose from, fully customizable with paint jobs, and it's just sensational, man. I think Horizon is by far the greatest racing video game on the market. The most variety, the most fun. It's gorgeous. It plays like a dream. Playground Games, man. And just recently, they just announced they're working on the newest Fable game. So as far as I know, they're still working on Forza Horizon. They just kind of like divided up the team a little bit to work on some other things, like Fable. And Fable sadly just recently got delayed to 2026, which breaks my heart, but it's also a good thing. When games are given more time to polish up, clean it up, make it better, fully envision your vision, and make it happen. So I'm very excited for Fable, but I love Playground Games, and I especially love Forza Horizon. So let's talk about the games. And we'll start with Forza Horizon 3, where I put in a measly 4 days. Not very much, but the homie Kyle. Now, I will say, the homie Kyle, he loves cars. He's a mechanic. He's always loved cars for as long as I've known the guy. And he's got the nice, awesome fucking simulation wheel with the whole rig. He's got the whole setup and everything, and it's awesome. I'm super jealous of it, and I want one, but with that kind of setup, you can play Forza Horizon for a staggering 34 days of gameplay in Forza Horizon 3. And like, dude, I don't like, if I had the simulation wheel and I had that, like, I've used it. I've used the simulate. It's sensational. It is so fun. It just makes it's ridiculous. It's crazy. Like, I absolutely can see why people can spend these kinds of hours into a racing game with a fucking solid wheel like that, man. It is incredibly fun. But yeah, I am nowhere near the amount of hours that the homie Kyle has put into Horizon, but I do not blame you, man. Like, I fucking love Horizon, and I'm craving Horizon. I might be going back to Horizon 5 really soon just to play some more and maybe play some DLC or something, because I am craving some Forza Horizon. I know they're releasing it on PlayStation 5, which is like fucking awesome, but okay, so Horizon 3, we got 4 days for me, 34 for Kyle. Horizon 4, I'm down to 3 days, and Kyle is down to only 26 days. What's going on here? Are the games getting worse? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think they are, if not the most consistent franchise, like one of them. They're all sensational. They're just sensational. It's more Horizon. It's just you're in a different area now, and it's kind of the same thing, but it's just so much fun. I cannot complain. It's damn near, you really can't do much more with perfect. I mean, they're damn near perfect racing video games. And then the latest, Forza Horizon 5, I've only put in 75 hours. I'm only just barely over 3 days. I need to get going, so I need to get back to Horizon. I know I finished it, but of course, with Horizon, there's still a zillion more things to do, and I don't think I've gone back and touched any of the DLC or anything like that, so I want to get back there, because some of those DLCs were outstanding. The Hot Wheels one was so much freaking fun. And then the homie Kyle, he's only got a measly 9 days, 20 hours on Horizon 5. My dog, what's going on here? We got to get back onto Horizon or something and get those hours up, but Forza Horizon 5, love these games. Kyle loves these games. If you haven't played Horizon, what the heck are you doing? It is one of the main reasons why I've stuck around with Xbox, because I see the latest Horizon coming out, and it's got like a 93 on Metacritic, and I'm like, oh, I want to play it so bad. And then they're like, oh, hey, there's Gran Turismo. And I'm like, I don't want Gran Turismo, man. I want Gran Turismo Horizons. I want more. I want PlayStation to have a well, I mean, we have it now. I mean, Horizon, Forza's here. It's coming, if it's not already out. So that's great for PlayStation owners, because, like, bruh, if you are a racing fan and you have not experienced Horizon yet, you're in for a great time, bro. Your life might end. You might lose your job or something. It's crazy. All right. So that's all the statistics that I got for Xbox. Trust me, I got a lot more. We got PlayStation to talk about, dog. PlayStation, we got a lot of numbers here. We got a lot more games, and it's great. So if you are curious by chance, you want to check out your own numbers and you don't know how, on Xbox, you go to your profile, click on your little thing, go to profile, go to games, and then just click on the game. It'll have stats, little section there. You go to stats, and it'll show you how much time you played the game. Sadly, they cut that statistic off at Xbox 360 games. You can go into the same menu, but the statistics are not there for 360 games, which is devastating. I'm like, fuck. And I mean, like, I know I have multiple days of gameplay on, like, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, and I know the homie Kyle's probably got 27, 28, 20, 30 plus days. A lot of them do. A lot of my friends do. Like, my homie, old friends, man, like, they played a lot of Call of Duty. I never did, like, the 10 Prestige in Call of Duty, but I did play across two consoles. So I originally started on Xbox, got to, like, Prestige 5, and then I switched over and started playing on PlayStation, got it to, like, Prestige 4 or something like that. So across multiple platforms, I've definitely put in, like, probably like 15 to 20 days on Modern Warfare 2. We're talking very similar numbers across the board for all of them. But Modern Warfare 2 is the one that I put in the most time with for certain. It is the one that it was the second we all got home from school until we fucking pass out, like, on the control sticks. Like, it was ridiculous, and that would go on for like a year straight. So yeah, lots of time in Modern Warfare 2. So we'll go to PlayStation now. let's start at the bottom here and we'll work our way up because there's some weird games at the bottom here. Now, Rocket League, not a weird game to have on a list like this. People still play Rocket League an outrageous amount. I was there at the beginning. When it came out, I was there at the beginning of the craze, and I dropped off. Like, I don't play Rocket League anymore. It's just gotten a little bit too ridiculous, honestly. I played it so much. 94 hours on Rocket League, which I know is probably nothing compared to anyone else's numbers now. But, for the short amount of time that I played Rocket League, like, it was just like a few months there. Me and the homies were all playing Rocket League. It came out on PlayStation Plus. I didn't even download it for that. Actually, I had to pay money. I'm an idiot. But it was worth it. Got the platinum on Rocket League, and that's pretty much where I put the controller down. I'm like, all right, I did everything I wanted. And that is when the game was still pretty simple. Didn't have the basketball and the hockey and all these different fucking modes that they have now. It was simple. It was still like 3-on-3. They might have had doubles and stuff like that and stuff. And people weren't fucking lifting off in the middle of the field, flying around in the air, riding on the ceilings and shit. It was just simple, basic fun. And just it was so many great times, bro. So many great times on Rocket League. Fucking loved it, but it just got too crazy for me, and I haven't really gone back to Rocket League. But I know my homie at work, he still plays Rocket League like all the time, and good for you. So if you're still playing Rocket League, fuck yes. Tell me how many more hours you have than 94, and just bury me. All right, here's a game that I doubt anyone has on their most played list, and it's Mass Effect Andromeda. Oh yeah, bro. I have 100 hours in Mass Effect Andromeda, and you know what? I fucking like it. I like Mass Effect Andromeda. I think it is a damn good game, man. Gameplay is sensational. It is so much fun. It is by far the best playing Mass Effect game. The combat is outstanding. It's fast, frenetic, really, really fun. So fun, in fact, that I put 100 hours into this game because it was just really fun. Yeah, the story, the characters, they suck. They suck. They got nothing on the original trilogy of characters. Like, there's not even one memorable character. I couldn't tell you one singular name of a character in Mass Effect Andromeda, but what I can tell you is that game was a lot of fun to play. If you like the gameplay of Mass Effect 3, like, it's better. It's a lot better. It's smoother, it's faster, it's crazier, it's great. So, take a chance on Andromeda. The story sucks and the characters are kind of embarrassing, and yeah, it had a horrible launch where it was graphically embarrassing at points, but they cleaned it up. Like, I played it well after it got cleaned up, and I thought it was a good game. I think it's a good game. Got nothing on the original trilogy, though. I understand that, but 100 hours in Andromeda. Can you beat me? Can anyone beat that? Come on now. All right, next up, we got a game that's probably on everyone's most played list at some point or another, but Minecraft. Now, this is just the PS4, 5 version or whatever, and in that version alone, I got 101 hours, but I can easily, like, double, maybe even triple that with the amount of time that I played on PC. I played PC so much, bro. Oh my goodness. Like, that's where I was just into the creator mode with, I had, I could fly and I can do anything I want. I had all the materials and I was just building things. I built a full hockey arena, full stadium, like with the stands, the locker rooms, fucking the front concourse. Like, I built a whole entire arena and I listened to DMX the whole entire time. Oh my goodness. Whenever I hear DMX, I think about Minecraft. Whenever I think about Minecraft, I think about DMX. It is strange. It is a strange combo. I really don't know why, but X gonna give it to you. Minecraft, it is a match made in heaven, and I loved it. I played the shit out of Minecraft. On PlayStation, that's where I played a lot of the survival mode with the homie Kyle. I think I don't remember. Bro, you're gonna have to remind me. Did we play we might have played cross-platform or something. Like, I don't know how we played this, but we played survival mode, and we dug into the earth, and we just went on a crazy adventure down into the tunnels of our world until it eventually it opened up and we found this massive underground cavern, and it just got insane from there, man. We got lost, and it started to all fall apart from there. But even like on the surface, we were building like these 100 feet tall, like, pillars in the air just so we can have, like, landmarks so we can remember where things are in this land, because we spent so much time there and dug so many deep tunnels. Like, we had to start building things just so we can fucking remember where we started putting stuff and where we're building and shit. It was wild. But I had so much fun playing Minecraft. Like, at any time I feel like I can get back into Minecraft, like, sure, it's just that, like, I don't know, I've been away for so long, I'm scared that it's, like, changed so much that, like, I don't know, those games are a lot, too. Like, they can get very in-depth. Like, if you're trying to, like, craft shit, like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm too far gone, I think, with Minecraft, but I had my time with Minecraft, hundreds of hours spent there as well. So, Minecraft. Let me know how many hours you spent in Minecraft. We got Diablo 3. Oh yeah, man, me and the homie Jesse played the shit out of Diablo 3. 110 hours we played, and sadly, Diablo 4 did not hit. Like, it was just it felt like the exact same thing. Like, I really didn't feel anything different from my gameplay from 3 to 4, and it just didn't hit this time around. I was just like, it was just too much of the same, and I had enough with Diablo 3 But that was my first Diablo experience, and it was awesome, man. We played so much of this game, so many runs, so many different characters, fully leveled up. Diablo 3 was a sensational time, great time. And speaking of a great time, we got Disco Elysium up next. I fucking love this game, absolutely love it. If you have not checked it out, highly recommend it. Now, it may not be a game for everybody. It is a very strange game, but trust me, it is worth it. Now, my 115 hours, that's across 2 playthroughs. And this game, I can play through it many more times and I will have a completely different experience. It is one of those games, you make a lot of choices, and it is one of the most unique kind of story RPGs I have ever played, where you're leveling up your brain, like parts of your brain, your intellect, your cop fucking senses, like your perception and shit like that. It is very unique. You're having conversations in your head. It is one of the funniest games I've ever played. It is amazing. I absolutely love Disco Elysium. It is sensational. I have a full Let's Play of it on the YouTube channel. The link is in the description to the YouTube channel if you want to check it out. It's a long playthrough. It's a long game. It's like 45, 50 hours long, but oh, what a ride you're going to go on, man. And Kim Kitsuragi, one of the best characters of all fucking time. Get out there. At minimum, watch someone play this game. Watch me play it. Watch someone better than me play it. It doesn't matter. Just experience this game. Experience this story. Trust me, you won't be let down. It is one of the best. Oh, dear. Now we got one of the worst in the Call of Duty franchise. That is Call of Duty Ghosts. But it's on this list. I played the shit out of it. 117 hours of Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, that's not necessarily by choice. That's all I had to play. My grandma bought me a PS4, like, pretty much, like, around launch, and she bought me Call of Duty Ghosts to go with it, and I didn't ask for it. I was so happy. I was over the moon, and it was amazing. I was just like, oh, shit. I honestly was going to skip that Call of Duty because I saw the reviews weren't very good, didn't look very good, but here I am, and I played the fucking shit out of Call of Duty Ghosts, and didn't really like it. Wasn't a very good one. The online was, the story was, and the only thing that I ended up liking a lot was whatever their not zombies mode was. They didn't have zombies, but it was some other thing where you're shooting fucking like aliens and shit. It was fun. It was like a survival mode, but I played a lot of that. Though it wasn't as good as zombies. It was all I really had to play at the time with PS4. So Call of Duty Ghosts got me through those early days. We got WWE 2K16. And bro, I wish I had my numbers for like SmackDown versus Raw 2006, 2007, because those two games, there was a 2-year period. That was the only game I got. That's the only game I wanted. That's the only game I needed, was the newest SmackDown versus Raw, because I would play that game all year long, nonstop. So I can only imagine how many hours I put into those. But 2K16 was the first wrestling game that I played since SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. So it's been like a 6-year gap. I had not played a 2K version of the WWE back when they were THQ making the WWE games. So this is my first 2K experience, and I got hella addicted. 119 hours spent in 2K16, and I loved it. I loved the new universe mode. I loved all these new modes. And of course, the The Stone Cold storyline was great. I was learning all the new mechanics and shit like that. I had a blast with 2K16. Played the shit out of it. I'm pretty sure they have like a GM mode. I would imagine so. And that's more than likely where I spent a lot of my time. The universe mode was great. It just took a little bit too much time. Like, you can build up your own fucking storylines. You can build up your own shows and everything. Do a weekly broadcast if you want. It's wild what you can do in these games, but loved it. Absolutely loved 2K16, and I am craving another WWE game. I have 2K24 sitting there, and like, I might have to jump into that pretty soon. We got Persona 5, just the normal one, not Royal. 134 hours in Persona. I think I'm pretty sure I cracked over 150, but it says 134, and sensational. Got me addicted to Persona. Finally unlocked it. Like, I tried Persona 4 back in the day, didn't quite hit, and then I did Persona 5, and it was a smash. I love it, and I will be there for all the Personas. I can't wait to get my hands on Meta 4. It's going to be amazing, but Persona, they're big-ass games, but man, they're great, too. Another kind of like Animal Crossing, like, it's kind of my ecosystem when I get into Persona. I'm just like, oh, what are we going to do today? I got to build my relationships. I'm going into the dungeons. I'm grinding. I'm doing my thing. And I can't get enough of the Persona gameplay loop. We got NBA 2K20, and this is the low one. So there's more NBA to come, but oh baby, I loved NBA 2K. Coming off of NHL, EA Sports' NHL, and trying, I was like, I got to try a different sports game. I saw Jesse's brother Luke. He was playing NBA, and I was watching it. I just saw how fast he was simulating through seasons. I'm like, wow, like, you just got through that season in like 2 minutes. And I'm sitting there like, to get through an NHL season, it takes like 35, 40 minutes to simulate through a whole entire season. And I was turned on by that. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I gave it a shot. Oh my god, I never looked back, bro. Oh, NBA 2K is so much fun. I have played so much of the franchise mode. I cannot get enough of it. And the thing that I love the most about it, that they don't have in NHL, and I wish they would do it, is the fact that you can do legacy drafts. So you start up a GM mode, you're in fucking 2020 or whatever, but when you get up to the draft, you could just be like, yo, I want the 1986 NBA draft class with Michael Jordan in it, and then you can draft Michael Jordan into the new era NBA, and you can do that with every player. Shaq, Kobe, fucking Iverson, everybody, Vince Carter, and I fell in love with that. I got into learning about all the players, and I got so into the NBA, man. The Michael Jordan, that documentary, The Last Dance, I watched that 3 times. I went on YouTube and started watching full playoff series of the Bulls back in the 90s. I watched every series. I got so addicted to the NBA. I learned everybody's names. I learned when they got drafted. And I would just over and over again just get every superstar. Every year I'm like, all right, I drafted Shaq this year. Next year we're going to get Kobe. We're going to bring him in. Oh, boom, we got Allen Iverson's here. Oh, Michael Jordan, we'll bring that guy in. Larry Bird, how you done? And my team is just fucking stacked. We win 16 championships in a row, and I'm having the time of my fucking life. It is so much fun. Love NBA 2K. 139 hours on that, and since we're on it, we'll go to the other ones. NBA 2K16 is the one that unlocked it for me. They dropped it for free on PlayStation Plus that year, and I was just like, oh my god. And that is what unlocked it. Got me into the NBA ecosystem, all in all. I started watching NBA, I got into it, and then that led me to the 2019 Raptors championship, which was just amazing, bro. And it all started with 2K16 being free. I would have never taken a chance on an NBA game unless it was free, and now I'm just like, oh. And the Live Your Life or whatever, the Be a Pro mode is so much fucking better than NHL. It's not even close. So much fun. Oh, I'm trying to remember my guy's name. Fuck. I had such a... Marum Mensah-Bonsu was my created guy's name. 7'6" center dunk machine. I wanted to be a fucking Shaq-style player, just an unstoppable, dominating power center, and that's what I did. Just dunk fest, and it was sensational. I played so much 2K16, 227 hours, and yeah, bro, that was a sensational time. I think it's NBA 2K21 that I have 257 hours in, and yeah, I just progressed. So I think NBA 2K16, I was a center, then I went shooting guard, and then I went point guard, I think. So, and all said and done, the center was by far the one I had the most fun with. Point guard was okay because I was like shooting threes and shit, but like, and you get a lot of ball. You're getting the ball a lot of ball control. Shooting guard was probably my least favorite because it's a lot of just kind of waiting around trying to find that open shot. At least with the point guard, you're in full control, and then center, I would just call for the ball all the time. Just give me the fucking ball, and I would just power my way through. So much fun. Way too much time spent in NBA 2K, but I've been trying to tell the homie Kyle to get into it because like the franchise mode is just so much better, even though I know it's a different sport, but it plays out the same. You're doing these contracts and the bird years and shit. It's crazy. I can't get enough NBA, man. Like I had to pull myself away from it. It became a problem. And now, speaking of a problem, Stardew Valley, little bit of a problem right there. It is the best farming fucking simulating game ever. It is so much more than that, though. Like, it is a great little adventure game, going down in those caves and shit. And, of course, just doing all the collecting, man. Trying to build up that museum is just so much fun. I have 139 hours on PlayStation. I probably have another 20-ish hours on Switch. And it's Stardew, man. Like, I fucking love Stardew. I want to go back and play it all the time, but you know, I find other games like Sprout Valley, I'm like, oh, let's try and give this one a chance instead of playing Stardew again, but nothing has hit the level of Stardew, man. Stardew Valley, if you haven't played it and you're a Harvest Moon fan, what the fuck? Get out there, buy it right now. Up next, we got Yu-Gi-Oh, baby, Legacy of the Duelist, 152 hours spent in Yu-Gi-Oh, and this scratched a very long time itch. I had the PlayStation 1, I think it's called Forbidden Memories Yu-Gi-Oh game, stolen. Someone stole it. I had the Game Boy Color Yu-Gi-Oh game, someone stole it. And I never got them back. And I never re-got the Yu-Gi-Ohs, never rebought them. I was just devastated. And I tried that Yu-Gi-Oh Battle Duelist of the Roses or whatever, and it was not the game I wanted. It was some fucking other game. And I was like, no, I just want fucking the cards, damn it. And then Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy of the Duelist came out, and they're like, here you go. It's the fucking the fucking anime. You play through the anime. You're doing all the iconic battles, and then on top of that, they give you all the other Yu-Gi-Oh as well. I didn't even touch those ones. I spent 150 hours just in the base Yu-Gi-Oh. It's so much fun. It is so much freaking fun building decks, all these different decks, all these different cards, and like I couldn't get enough of it. I remember that summer so vividly. I was watching Wet Hot American Summer, just loving this game, and oh, that was a great summer, man, playing so much Yu-Gi-Oh, and I bought it again on Switch, and I put in, I think, another like 30 hours on Switch, so I'm almost at 200 hours on Yu-Gi-Oh Legacy of the Duelist, without a doubt, the best Yu-Gi-Oh card game on the market. It is excellent, excellent, excuse me. All right, let's move on to the next game. What do we got? Oh boy, it's Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, another one I didn't like very much, but a lot of the gameplay hours on this one, 192 hours, 191 hours on Advanced Warfare, and that was for those zombies, bro. That zombies, still in my books, I think it's the most fun I had playing zombies in Advanced Warfare. So freaking fun. Like, you get the... Now, the thing that kills Call of Duty, this one in particular, is the jumping and all that shit ruined the online for me. I fucking despised Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Online. It was so annoying. Fucking people jumping around all over the place, running on walls, trying to be Titanfall 2, and I'm like, I'm not having this shit. I fucking hated the online so much. So annoying. Constantly just looking up. Alright, who's in the sky now? Who's fucking jumping around, being a fucking tryhard, doing aerial dashes, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. That online community was one of the worst, but those zombies, man. I cannot get enough of it. I will still install that game to play those zombies every once in a while because it's just so much fun. You're just running around, and those abilities just make it that much better. You're dashing fast. You can jump high into the air and just avoiding amazing. Absolutely amazing. I would say 150 of those hours were spent in that zombies mode because it's just sensational. Here it comes. It's Grand Theft Auto 5, everybody. And I am shocked that I somehow managed 201 hours. And you know what? It actually all adds up because I would say about half of that was loading screens and waiting and waiting and waiting and lobbies and lobbies and lobbies and lobbies. Fuck that. I did not get into Grand Theft Auto Online very much. Definitely nowhere near as much as other people have. Only 200 hours on Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, I have purchased numerous versions of it. I have it on... Did that sumbitch come out on 360 too? I think it did. So I probably have that version. I got it on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. I bought the game 3 times. So I probably got maybe close to 300 hours all said and done on GTA 5, which is still nothing compared to other people. But yeah, man, I preferred the online in Grand Theft Auto 4. It was just, I don't know, it was just simpler and more fun. I couldn't get into Grand Theft Auto 5 online because the menus were atrocious. I'd do a mission, or do a race, 3-minute race, and then I'm in the lobby waiting for 14 minutes. I do another race. Someone fucking gets angry and leaves, and the whole lobby crashes, and I'm waiting in loading screens, and then I gotta take 10 minutes to get back into a fucking lobby with my friend, and then it's just, I was like, I can't stand here, sitting here, wasting fucking my night waiting for the game to start, and I get 3 minutes of satisfying gameplay, and then 15 minutes of waiting. I couldn't do it no more, so I gave up on Grand Theft Auto. Oh man, here's another NHL. We got some more NHL games. Let's just get them both out of the way. NHL 18, 204 hours, and then this is my most played game on PlayStation and almost on this entire list, and that's NHL 17, 604 hours. That is 25 days I played NHL 17, and I could see that. So NHL 15 was abysmal. 16 was an improvement. I mean, how could you not improve on 15? It was so bad. But 17, I think they that one clicked. That one, I was like, all right, this is a good... That might be the last really good NHL video game that I can recall. I just got into it, man. I think I got into all the modes, got into, obviously, GM mode. That's my bread and butter. But I probably got into EASHL really hard. I never got into HUT. The furthest I got into HUT is the 1 year... every time you get a new game, they give you legacy packs. You're returning customer. Here's a bunch of free packs. And once I got a Jamie Benn when Jamie Benn was really, really good, and I made a bunch of money off of it. And then I was able to play. I was like, I could buy some packs and have a little bit of fun. That only lasted a week. And that was that. I was like, all right, I understand why it's so addicting and everything, but I can't stand that community, man. It's so pay to win. And it's also broken as shit. You can sit there and have a team of 99 Gretzky's fucking top to bottom, and you can still get beaten out by a guy that has 55s on their team because the stats don't even really mean anything in NHL. You can have a guy that's 99 speed going up against a guy that's 50 speed, and they're damn near identical. It's stupid and broken, but I played a ton of NHL 17. 25 friggin' days. That's out of control. We got Elden Ring. 205 hours, and I feel those numbers will double someday when I go back for a replay of Elden Ring in its entirety. One day I'll do it. I'm in no rush to get to that yet, but maybe before Elden Ring 2, something like that, I can go through another run, try a whole different build. Magic definitely appeals to me. I've never really done Magic in my Souls game, but there's a lot of wild-looking spells in Elden Ring. And of course, I would really like to beat the final boss in Shadow of the Erdtree. I couldn't do it. And I know I can. I just need more grinding, but I couldn't do it. So I played a lot of Elden Ring. 205 hours. We got Black Ops 3, 216 hours. That's a lot, man. For me, I don't really remember Black Ops 3, man. I really don't. I'm guessing I liked it quite a bit. And I think it's Black Ops 4 that was the bad one that everyone really hates. I think Black Ops 3 was actually one of the really good ones. It must be. I played it a lot, and so that's good. I don't remember a fucking thing about Black Ops 3. Dragon Age Inquisition. Come on down. 217 hours I put in this sumbitch. And it tracks, man. That was an earlier PS4 game for me. And I loved Inquisition. I fucking loved this game. I thought it was sensational. And some of the greatest news that I've ever heard, PS Plus free game of the month is Dragon Age Veilguard. Are you serious? That game just came out. I was jumping around the house all day yesterday, annoying my wife about it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I wanted that game, and now I get to play it. So that is awesome. Cannot wait to play Dragon Age. I haven't played Dragon Age since Inquisition, and I loved Inquisition. It was so much fun. I just loved it from fucking front to back. That game was sensational. Really, really enjoyed it. Got me through those early days. It was like Dragon Age, Inquisition, and Shadows of Mordor. Those were two early fucking bangers of games that I played. All right. Final game on this list after we already talked NBA and NHL. So the final game on my PlayStation most played list is Fallout 4. Oh yeah, that tracks. 327 hours. That is 13 days. And I think I played that game for a legitimate week straight. So it was a perfect timing for Fallout 4 to come out. I was in between jobs. I just quit my previous job and I was starting my next job in a week. So I had a week off before I started. And Fallout 4 came out on that week. And I was like, I had it preloaded. It was ready to go. I was there. I fucking destroyed this game. Got the platinum. I did everything, and I was like, I didn't like the way that I played it because I was so focused on every single fucking resource that I got in Fallout 4 went to my settlement. I was so desperate to get that 100% happiness settlement trophy or whatever it was, which was broken as fuck and so stupid, but I did it. But it took every asset that I had, every fucking cap, every asset that I had, I earned in that game. I put it towards that stupid fucking settlement to make those assholes happy and get that fucking trophy. And it pretty much ruined it. I mean, in a way, it kind of ruined my game. So I replayed it. I destroyed that game in a week, and I was like, I want to do it again. So I did it again, and I just didn't focus on building up a 100% settlement, and I had a blast. I love Fallout 4. Is it the Fallout 4 that we probably wanted? No, not necessarily. It was closer to like a nice update of Fallout 3. Not too much. Like, yeah, the settlements were cool. Like, I enjoyed building my settlements. I liked it. The story and some of the characters and shit like that just didn't hit the same. But I loved it, dude. I loved Fallout 4. That was one of the best weeks of my life. Like, the job I worked prior, I never had any days off, no vacation ever, working like 45 to 50 hours a week for fucking pennies and just barely scraping by. And to earn that week off and to fill it with Fallout 4, that was one of the best weeks of my entire life. And there we go, everybody. Those are all the games that I've wasted my life on. And hey, fuck those people. Fuck them. They're like, oh, you put those 25 days into college and you'd be a scientist by now. Shut the fuck up. No, I wouldn't. I would not have become a scientist if I didn't play NHL fucking 17 for 14 days of my life. So I don't care. I like video games, man. That's how I fucking relax. That's how I escape the craziness of everyday life. We all have something. Everybody's got something, so let me know. Do not be shy. Don't be embarrassed. If you played 80 fucking real days of World of Warcraft, so be it. So freaking be it. I'm happy that you can love something that much. But also be wary. You know, when I had to say goodbye to Animal Crossing New Horizons, it was like kind of saying goodbye to a drug a little bit. I was like, you know what? Like, I hadn't really been doing anything in Animal Crossing for a long time. Like, I could have been using my time somewhere else. But, you know, as long as the game is making you happy, like, that's kind of why I had to say goodbye to Call of Duty. The game wasn't making me happy anymore. I was not having a good time. I was getting way angrier than I ever would like to admit playing a video game. And I said enough. I said I had enough of this. I don't want to feel like this playing video games. I don't need this. So I'm done with that. I don't need those kind of stresses. And yeah, video games are a de-stressor for me. So you're going to start seeing games, like the Stardew Valleys creep up higher in these lists, and less so the online craziness of the Call of Duties, the Halos, and so on and so forth. But let me know, what games have you put in the most of your life into, and all that great stuff. And so that's the episode. Thank you everybody so much for listening. You the best. You want to be even more of the best, make sure you're reviewing and liking the podcast. Share it around with a few thousand of your friends and enemies, all that great stuff. I upload all of these episodes to the YouTube channel GamerGX Videos. Go over there, subscribe, follow along. There's a Twitter page and an email address, all that stuff. Go to the YouTube channel, drop a comment on one of the videos you want a question answered live on the podcast. Anything about wrestling, hockey, or video games would be preferred. And in terms of what else we got going on with the podcast this week, I'm going to fucking SmackDown tomorrow in Toronto, and I'm going back to Toronto on Saturday for Elimination Chamber. It's going to be crazy, so I'll be doing my recap of what it was like to be there live at SmackDown Elimination Chamber, along with the regular recap of the weekly AEW and WWE wrestling events. And the next GamerCast, hoping it'll be an Avowed review, and the HockeyCast will be hopefully a wild one, because the trade deadline's right around the corner. Hoping for some big wild trades to go down over the next week. But if you didn't the latest episode on the HockeyCast, I broke down USA versus Canada, the championship game, arguably the greatest hockey game ever played. It was incredible. So listen to me break it down, and all the other news that's happening around the NHL. There we go, everybody. Thank you again for listening. You the best, and we'll be back with some more GX Bluffcast.